Hey guys, this is Princess Anime 64 and welcome back to my character analysis series. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 8 from Final Fantasy Type 0. So let's get started. So looking at 8's profile, his crystal affinity is blue, he uses his fists, and he uses A spears. His main roles are melee and attacker. As for his stats, his HP is at 950 when you first recruit him. He has an initial bravery of 170, max bravery of 550, attack of 170, and a defense of 130. At level 70, his HP reaches 5,319, initial bravery goes up to 2,205, max bravery is 4,140. Attack is 840, and then his defense is 837. As for his overall stats, his high points is definitely his initial brave, his max brave, and his speed. His attack is on the neutral side, and then his lowest stats would be his HP and his defense. So looking at his commands, his first one is Quick Bolt Stance. This raises his brave based on his attack, and then he follows up with the melee brave HP attack, and it grants Quick Bolt for 4 turns. When Quick Bolt is active, bravery attack and HP attack get plus variance, and then his HP attack and HP attack plus becomes Lightspeed Jab when Quick Bolt and Last Stand is active. His second command is called Last Stand Rush. It's a 4-hit brave HP attack that grants Last Stand for 3 turns. His HP attack and HP attack plus become Lightspeed Jab when Quick Bolt and Last Stand is active. And then his Crystal 65 ability is Brave Up Buff Longer, which will raise his brave based on his attack, and it extends any active buff durations by 2 turns. So now we're going to talk about the extensions. So with Quick Bolt, it's a pretty lengthy explanation, but with Quick Bolt Stance, it raises brave hits by 2, it raises the cumulative brave damage, and it has a 120% max overflow, and the Quick Bolt duration goes up by 4. When using an HP attack plus, brave hits go up by 2, and it also increases cumulative brave damage. When using Lightspeed Jab, it raises brave based on attack before doing a brave attack. Brave hits go up by 2 with greater brave damage. There's a 120% max overflow, and it lowers the target's defense when breaking or attacking a broken target. And then when using Brave Attack Plus, you get a large Brave damage boost. Lightspeed Jab becomes Lightspeed Jab Plus after breaking or attacking a broken target. And Lightspeed Jab Plus will extend the buffs by 1 turn, and it has an instant turn rate, but it doesn't add to the turn count, but it will consume turn during summoning and support, and then it becomes Lightspeed Jab after breaking a target. So with the Last Stand Rush extension, brave hits go up by 5, it greatly increases brave damage, and there's a 150% max overflow, and then the Last Stand duration will go up by 4. So looking at 8's weapons, so his 15 CP is the Silver Knuckle. This will add a brave damage boost, a Quick Bolt boost, and a boost to bravery increase based on attack when using Quick Bolt Stance. Then his 35 CP, this one is called the Killer Knuckle, and it adds a brave damage boost and a Last Stand max brave and attack effect boost when using Last Stand Rush. Next we have his EX weapon, which is called the Heavy Knuckle. This will grant him the EX ability called Phantom Rush, which raises brave based on attack. It's a 4-hit melee brave HP attack with a 120% max overflow, and it has a normal recast speed. Lastly, there's his 35 CP armor, which is the Black Belt. This adds 110 to his initial brave and 220 to his max bravery. So with artifact passives, the ones that you really want to go for, attack is definitely a must for him because they do play a role in his commands. Max bravery is also a good idea as well, so he can deal more damage. And then with unique passives, you want to give him anything like Mighty Quick Bolt Stance, Mighty Indomitable Rush, or Justice Driven Young Pugilist Boost. That's his Crystal 50 ability, so that can also work well. And because he's going to have Quick Bolt on him most of the time, it does help to have his Crystal 50 passive on him too. So now we're going to talk about the EX passives that 8 gets when you MLB his EX. So at 1 out of 3, you get Mighty Phantom Rush, which raises brave damage. At 2 out of 3, you get Phantom Rush Buff Plus, which grants the Phantom Rush buff for 2 turns. And then at 3 out of 3, you get Phantom Rush Recast Up, which raises the recast speed. So now for the Realize passive, so at 0 out of 3, Phantom Rush Force Advance will grant a brave damage boost and it raises overflow limit. At 1 out of 3, you get Like a Phantom Extension Attack Boost Up, which raises max brave and attack when equipping his EX passive, or the passive ability Like a Phantom. And then at 2 out of 3, you get Quick Bolt and Phantom Rush buff starting, which adds Quick Bolt for 8 turns and Phantom Rush for 2 turns when the quest starts. Then at 3 out of 3 limit break, you get Phantom Rush, Break Sight, Blow, Brave Hit plus Forced Advance, which adds 6 Brave hits. It greatly raises Brave damage, and it raises the max overflow limit when using Phantom Rush. It also adds 8 Brave hits and increased Brave damage, and it raises a max overflow limit when using Break Sight Blow. And then his bonus spear is Evasion Attack Shorter. It's an A spear that raises attack by 20% for 3 turns when evading attacks. Keep in mind, though, it doesn't stack with the same spear, though, so you can't boost up the chances. So this is the banner that will be featuring 8's weapons. As you can see, King will also be getting an EX as this time around, and Quistis will also be featured on this banner with just her 15 and her 35 CP. So just to talk about King's EX here, so his EX is called the Double Dragon, and it grants him the ability Endless Waltz. It's a 5-hit range Brave HP attack that goes twice, and it grants Mana Few Words for 4 turns. When Mana Few Words is active, it nullifies the action delay, and it grants a free turn when breaking a target. The free turn is not granted again, though, when you're breaking targets during the free turn. And as for Mana Few Words, it raises King's max bravery and his attack, and it grants him Brave Regen. So just to talk about King's EX passives here, so at 1 out of 3 you get Mighty Endless Waltz, which raises Brave damage dealt with Endless Waltz. 2 out of 3 you get Endless Waltz Advance, which grants a 120% max overflow. And then at 3 out of 3 you get Endless Waltz Recast Up, which raises the recast speed. So now for his Realized passive, so at 0 out of 3 you get Endless Waltz Force Advance, which raises Brave damage and the limit overflow. At 1 out of 3 you get Eternally Reverberating Report Extension Attack Boost Up, which raises Max Brave and Attack when equipping his EX Plus, or Eternally Reverberating Report Extension. And then at 2 out of 3 you get Reload Buff, Reload Buff Starting, which grants Trigger Happy Buff when the quest starts. And then at 3 out of 3 you get Endless Waltz Brave HP hit plus Force Advanced, which triggers a 10-hit range Brave HP attack after the 5-hit range Bravery HP attack that's delivered twice. It also increases Brave damage and overflow limit when using Endless Waltz. And then his bonus spear is Break Attack Shorter. It raises attack by 20% for 3 turns when inflicting the break, but it doesn't stack. So now we have the boss featured in 8's event, which is called the Blank Clack. It's a Cerberus type enemy that is weak to Holy and Dark, and it has a chase of 40. So looking at some of its attacks, so we have Arrow and Group Arrow, which is just standard wind magic, Thundaga and Group Thundaga, which is basic thunder magic. Trio Head allows it to recover from its break and then follows up with an HP attack. Trifector is a Fire, Ice, Thunder magic brave attack. Tailbeat is an AoE brave attack that will raise its brave, but it also lowers max bravery it lowers its target's max brave, so you gotta be careful for that one. Triple will restore brave each turn, and it raises speed and max brave, but it lowers its defense, and this is when it starts acting thrice in a row, thrice being like 3 times. Mystic Roar will raise its bravery. Sacred Bite is a melee brave attack that will also raise its brave. Light Ray allows it to recover from break and then follows up with a magic brave HP attack that can delay the target by 1 turn. So that's not going to be fun. And then lastly, we have, his last 3 abilities. We have Triple Annulled, which cancels the triple status, and then Intimidating this way, and Further Intimidating this way will just raise his stats even more. Further Intimidating is like the ×2 variant, so he'll raise his stats more than Intimidating this way. So the alternatives that I would suggest for this event is definitely more on the heavy hitting side, a lot of like DPS units, you could say. So for starters, Golbez does have synergy for this event. His Lost Chapter came back, so if you have him at level 70 along with his EX, assuming you didn't get trolled by 7, you can use him for this event. You could use Warrior of Light as well for like extra brave battery. Tifa and Y'shtola can also work for like heavy damage and for delays. You can also use Sephiroth as well. And then if you have Emperor built up, you could also use him for this event and just to deal the extra chip damage. So now I'm going to head over to Opera Omnia JP and I'm going to showcase 8's commands. So give me a quick second. Okay, so we're back in Opera Omnia JP now, and we are on the final node of 8's Lost Chapter. So here's my 8 over here. His banner just recently came back in JP with a free pull, and I actually got his EX, which kind of surprised me. Only downside, though, is that I haven't MLB'd his other stuff, so it's going to be kind of neutral for me to... the stuff that I'm going to show off is pretty neutral. I can't show off all the other OP stuff that he has. But I've also got my Quistis over here, and by the way, weapon skins are a thing in JP now. That's why she has her EX equipped, but she has her 35 CP on her, so it's just a skin, so don't get confused by that. And then I've got my King over here. He's like completely MLB'd with 15 and 35. I'm not really interested in getting his EX though, but so I'm not really gonna chase it. For this, I'm only going to try and show off the commands for 8. But yeah, that's probably going to be it. So, let me just make sure I have my script here. So we're going to demonstrate quick bolt stance first. I love that animation too, because it's just a drop kick, which is awesome. And King can just kill that guy. Also, I did not have his 15 passive equipped on him. Alright, so now his HP and Brave Attack have changed to HP and Brave Attack Plus, so now we're going to do Light Speed Jab, or sorry, Last Stand Rush, that's what it's called. Let me do it on this guy. So he does a little Tarzan jig, and then he'll go in and kill the enemy. Alright, so let's do Reload. I can just kill you pretty easily. Alright, so now his HP attack has become Light Speed Jab. So you do that, and there you go. You can just do Trigger Happy, I think it was called. Just go in here with Laser Whip. Yeah, Quistis doesn't get her Laser Whip doesn't change to an HP attack until Trey comes out. So that's gonna be a few months away too. But her level 70 awakening, I think, will come next month. I'm not making any promises on that though. That's like what I'm trying to remember. Okay, so 8's EX is almost ready. I'm gonna do, okay, so do another one of these. And, I'm gonna have to lower your speed. Okay, I heard I think that was Quistis' EX. Oh, no, never mind. But, so now we're going to demonstrate his EX, which is Phantom Rush. So just like that. And, oh, it was Quistis' EX. So as for my thoughts, as if you should pull on 8's banner, yes, I would say go for it. He's a great DPS unit. King also gets a pretty good upgrade as well, so if you want to build up King or 8, this is a good banner to pull on. They're both really good units. Sorry, 8 is a really good unit. King gets a lot better with his rework. So that's going to be it for this video, so thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what EX you're going to pull for on this banner, and I will see you guys next time.